Hey guys, we are finally back. I know it has been a long time. As of recording, it's been 2 weeks since my last episode came out, and I only have the intro done. I have so much more planned. Sorry it's taking so long. Just a lot of stuff going on in my real life. Work has been fairly busy, and Memorial Weekend was last weekend, so just been doing a lot of stuff with friends and family, so sorry for the delay. But I have this farm finally up and running. That is one thing that I have been able to get done. And another thing, my server just keeps crashing. It's been absolutely terrible. I've reached out to the company that my server is hosted on. I'm trying to figure out what's causing the issue. I downloaded a few mods and I want to show you guys some stuff, but I think the mods may be the culprit. But before we get into that, I want to show off just the setup that I have here. It's the same setup with the collector. So we have a minecart with hopper that's going under the farms, collecting everything. But instead of going over an array of hoppers and dropping off all the items in the hopper, one hopper at a time, now it'll come and it will, let's see if this comes anytime soon, but it'll come up here, it'll fall down, break the minecart. The broken minecart goes into this hopper, resets and runs down, and then all the items in the hopper minecart will drop into this line here. And I actually had some ice from a wandering villager, so I put some of that ice down to speed it up. It goes up this water chute here, and then as it goes up this water chute, it gets collected in this hopper, and then we have a wheat and a seed filter. And so this is just for if anything gets dropped in the farm that isn't wheat or seeds. If I'm working in the farm and anything like my pickaxe drops on the farm tiles, then it'll get dispensed into here. So my pickaxe, if I drop it, will bypass all these filters and go into the chest. So I'm not going to lose anything if something other than seeds or wheats gets picked up. And so we have two lines. So this is the seed line. It goes into here. And so every time a seed goes into this dispenser, the comparator will pick up that there's a seed there. It'll come here and then shoot it into this water line. And this goes into the above granary that we have. And it might not, I'm hoping that server lag doesn't affect this, but as of now, it can drop one seed as quickly as a hopper can put one seed into the dropper. So if I have 10 seeds in this hopper, it'll put one seed in, shoot one seed out, and then another seed will come in. I'm hoping that server lag doesn't accidentally put like 2 seeds in here, and then this comparator will always be powered and it will never actually drop anything. So I'm hoping that this works for now. The next best thing would be to have a comparator with a piston and 2 observers. And so anytime there's anything in this dispenser, we'll have 2 observers that are constantly sitting out a pulse and shooting, making this dispenser shoot items out. So that's the secondary option that is foolproof. Here is the wheat line. And so our wheat is actually getting pretty full. And this is where I'm going to get into the mods. So I downloaded update 1.21 no trial chambers, which is what the Hermitcraft server is using. I really like it, but it has been causing me so many issues. So I don't know if this exactly is what is causing my server to crash, if it's this mod. The other mods that I had were some vanilla tweaks, which allowed for no Enderman griefing, and then the silence mod where you can silence any mob using a name tag that you label as silence. And then the third one was just an AFK mod. So if I'm sitting on the server and Ashton's on the server and one of us are AFK for a while, our name will display as gray. So it'll gray it out, so it'll show that we're AFK'd. I highly doubt that vanilla tweaks is causing the issue, but I went ahead and removed all the mods from the server. The server has been running well, but it'll still crash. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm going to sleep and then talk about the Autocrafter. So yeah, one of the mods that I have is the 1.21 no trial chambers mod, and so that allows us to use this autocrafter. And why is this? Oh no! So this is powering the autocrafter, which is preventing this hopper from. Wait, what? Oh, the comparator strength is long enough. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Let me, I need a little bit more redstone. Let's just do this. So we want this autocrafter to turn on. There we go. So as soon as this gets full, it'll dispense a hay bale. I don't know what I was thinking. I was going to put another autocrafter here with the comparator. And so when this autocrafter is full, this comparator that would be here would pick up that this autocrafter is full and compare it to the signal strength of this autocrafter. And if they matched, it would shoot it out. But I don't know why I didn't just do a redstone line. I think this sends out a pulse of 9, a signal strength of 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whenever this is full, it'll power all the way to this redstone repeater and then shoot hay bales out, which is what you're seeing here. I'm going to go on the other side up there, put water down, and put some kelp to send this up. But what's really weird is I removed the 1.21 mod, and I'm still able to have Autocrafter on my server. So I'm not sure how that works, but I'll take it. It seems like taking the mod out of the server files has helped with the server crashing, but I'm still able. Oh, look at that kelp. But I'm still able to use the autocrafter. And so see here, this is automatically filling up with hay bales. So our farm is completely done. Which that is super exciting. So we no longer have to worry about going down into the basement and collecting the farm. If this breaks, I'll have to go down. I'm running into an issue where when I hop on the server sometimes, the minecart will still be in this system. So I don't know if it crashes at the exact right time whenever it's in this hopper or in this dispenser or this dispenser. So if it would have crashed during those like just handful of ticks, then the minecart, hopper minecart, is stuck in this system. So it's very rare that it can happen, and I'm not even sure if that's why it's happening. But this design is by Omango. I'll put the link in the description of this video to show you how he sets it up. But yeah, I think it's foolproof. I don't know if that's just me being crazy. I don't know if it's something on my end or has to do with like some corrupted files. I'm not sure, but yeah. So we got this farm up and running, and it's absolutely wonderful. I'm loving it. See, we need one more. Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. Autocrafters are just so nice. That's the best thing that they've added into the game in a long time, in my opinion. But yeah, this episode we are going to build a boat. And we're also going to build out a dock for our harbor here, or our port. I guess we don't really have a full-on harbor, but we're going to have a little dock with at least one boat, maybe a couple boats. But that is going to be the bulk of this episode. Is we modernized the farm, and then we're going to build out a boat. And I'm going to show you guys the watchtower. And we also got these two villagers back in the farms. So you could see that in the intro, see that I gave them splash potion of weakness and then the golden apples. And I need to replace this floor. Don't mind this. But yeah, we have our little potion brewing station. We have so many potions of weakness for any future zombie villagers that we have. And this is the first floor of the watchtower, because I know at the end of last episode, this was completely empty. Oh, there's supposed to be a composter here. Oh, when I was moving these villagers, one of them ran all the way over here and got linked to this composter when I was trying to get it in the farm. So I had to remove it, but I forgot to put it back. But yeah, we have our little enchantment table area, which I think I may have shown this one already, but it can go all the way to 30. And then we have our little cartography table with a little desk. So this is like where you're building the maps out. And then this is our area. So a very small image of our area. And you can see the little purple. It doesn't quite look like this when you walk over it, but you can see our garden and the bridge, which the bridge looks pretty cool in the map. I like the design that it came out with. And I added some pots and nothing really in here. But I really like this. And so this is a stairway that I've seen B-dubs use. So I'm not original in this. This is something that I've seen them use, and I really like it. But it allows you to go up 2 steps for every 1 block wide. So really nice whenever you don't have a lot of space. But here is the top floor. And so it's like a library. And I don't know if you've seen libraries that have those big ladders that slide around to go up the bookshelves. But we have a couple of these guys. So it's again this 2-block tall B-dubs staircase here. And it allows us to get to just about every single bookshelf in the watchtower. But this also dubs as a storage for all of the enchantment books that we have. And so a lot of these enchantments I don't have yet. So like protection is completely empty, fire protection completely empty, projectile protection completely empty. But then some of them, like down here, I have some spares. So unbreaking is in this bottom left. So if I pick up this is an unbreaking 3 book. And then if I go over here, mending is in this bottom right. So the arrow is pointing over here. And this is mending. So really like this setup. It allows for me to have a storage, and also the aesthetics are really nice, and it's spawn proof. But I have a couple lights. So you have a little bit of lighting in here, but these are all slabs and then staircases, and then even up here, it's a spawnable location, but the lighting is close enough to mobs where mobs can't spawn. So I love the lighting. It gives it a really, really like I don't know, like a somber mood. I really like it. And here is another map, but bigger, so we can be more pixelated. So you see every single individual pixel for our entire base. And so we'll update this as the season's going on. But as of now, I really like how it's coming along. So the next thing would be the port, or not the port, just this dock with our boats out in the ocean. So that'll be the next thing that we need to do to update this map. But I am going to head back. Oh, and this guy. So wandering traders kept spawning inside my farm areas, and they would destroy the farm tiles. But if you are within 48 blocks of a town bell, the wandering traders will spawn on the town bell instead of, I guess, a random location around you. So this localizes them to right here. It looks a little janky, but it stops the wandering traders from spawning on the farmland. And I also changed the bridge up a little bit. So I added some buttons. I added some wood because you couldn't really make distinctions of the fences that I had here. I was using sandstone fences, so it just blended in. And then I used smooth sandstone around the edges of these archways and at the top, so you get a little bit of distinction here. But I like it. It's very simple, but it's not too plain. And I also built this last tree. I know I said that I would build this last tree before next episode started, and so here you go.
And I think I put... Yeah, I put another flower here, so you're getting some of that particle effect in the air here. And yeah, this is why I got the anti-Enderman mod, because, or the Enderman griefing mod, because this is ridiculous. Like, an Enderman was just completely destroying this whole area, slowly but surely. And I removed all the extra sand that was over here. And this is going to be a future project, but we're not going to worry about that right now. But yeah, so I got the mod that stopped the Enderman from moving blocks, and I think that's about all the updates from between now and the end of last episode. So I am going to go ahead and start building out this dock. So sorry if that was rushed. I hope it's not rushed. And honestly, I may have taken too long showing off what all I've done, but upgraded the farm, so now it's automated. I finished the interior of the watchtower, finished the last tree, and now the bridge looks a little bit more clean, and you can see the fence distinctions. And then these two guys have been cured. So I need to get 2 more villagers for that back farm, and then this farm. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to go into time-lapse mode and build out this dock. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, so we are done with this dock, and I am very, very impressed with it. My wife actually helped me out a little bit with the orientation of these campfires. I laid them out in different ways to figure out which one looked the best, and so she gave in her input, and so we made this it's not really a jetty, but it's what's going to go in between the boats. So we're gonna have boats here, or a boat here, and then a boat here, maybe, for sure one boat right here. I'm not sure if I want to keep this open or not, but here we wanted all the fireplaces to be in the same orientation, so it looks like these boards are just going across the dock, and it looks really nice. I like it a lot. And I added some of these slabs here just for a little bit of texture. I don't know how to make the wood look worn down. I'm putting it kind of where the walkway is. So it's like people come down here, and these are the more walked areas of the dock. So you have more worn down wood. Maybe this is where they've had to patch some stuff. So it just gives a little bit of texture, and it's not all the same fireplaces here. Which, by the way, like, these fireplaces look great. Like, I love the texture on it. And they're kind of a pain because as you're placing these guys down, they just burn you. And so you can't really walk and place it down. You have to, like, stand off to the side and place it. And look who's here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look who finally decided to show up. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, glad he's back. But we have here a little, kind of like a hut, like not a full-on market, but it's like a market stand. So it's just a standalone market stand. I don't know if that's quite how you would word that. A standalone stand. Yes. But we have our little fish here, and I should probably name him. And you can just open the trapdoor, and he's fine. So that's fun and kind of terrifying that physics works like that. But we have a little bit of hay here. This is probably where we're going to put our fish and fishing poles whenever we start fishing off of here. Because I don't know if you guys remember on the first episode or two, I had a little bit of a pier, and I think it was right about here, and I destroyed it because we built this platform. And so this is kind of the upgrade of that. This is version 2 of my pier, and it's like not even the same. It's just so much bigger and so much different. So we still want our storage though for fishing, because I do plan on fishing still. And I also have this little ladder here. So if you're in a boat, or if you're like Ashton and he's over here just traveling around, you can get up by coming up this ladder. You don't have to go all the way up there or all the way around to the farm and get over. You have a little ladder to get up here. And then we have all the we have all the resources that are coming in with the shipments. So our ships are going to be going out to all these far lands. We may end up building some like facades on these regions over here. I don't want to build entire cities or entire villages, but it might be fun just to build some two-dimensional facades to make it look like there's stuff off in the distance. But that's where these boats are coming from, and they're coming and they're bringing lapis lazuli, copper, and even some obsidian and crying obsidian, because I know crying obsidian is a little bit more difficult to obtain. I thought that looked pretty neat. The one thing though, actually two things that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep, and I am most likely going to change. I think I overdid the lanterns. It seems a little cluttered with these lanterns here. And the orientation of these fireplaces, I did a checkered pattern, but after placing a huge area of checkered pattern, I think it looks maybe a little bit too much cluttered. So I may go and make all of these oriented this way. So for example, I might do like this. And so it'll look like the boards are coming in this orientation. And then once it hits this pier right here, they'll be in this orientation. So right here, they will all be like this. And then right here, it'll change orientation. I don't know if that'll look better, but I'm going to try it out. Worst case, I just redo it. No biggie. It's a little bit of a pain to place these fireplaces because they burn you if you're standing on top of them. But it's not a huge deal. But that is what we have here. And so where did Ashton go? Oh, Ashton's over here. I don't know what he's doing. But that's a recap of the pier or the dock. And I'm still going to do a few tweaks. But yeah, let's catch back up with Ashton. How have you been, buddy?
Been good. Just out and about, exploring the world, making sure, everything's...
Yeah? Have you seen all the changes I've made?
Not really, no.
Oh, let's take you for a little tour.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but I left an axolotl in your granary.
Oh yeah, Gary? Gary's over here, man.
Yeah, Gary.
Dude, I didn't forget about Gary. Gary's going to be very, very vital to later in this episode. I haven't built it yet, but once my boat is built, Gary's going to have a very, very special place.
Your boat?
Yeah, so oh yeah, this is actually perfect timing because I need it. Oh yeah, Gary's in here. Wait. Oh no, this is okay, sorry. I had another axolotl, but Gary is here. So this was just a random axolotl, but that's Gary. Yeah, don't mind don't mind the other one. He's not special. Trust me. But Gary will have a seat of honor here.
You've had him stuffed in a barrel for how long have I been gone? How many weeks has he been in there?
He's been in that barrel.
Gary's furious. Gary, calm down. Calm down.
Oh,
Gary, calm down. Gary. Oh, Gary's getting feisty. He's ready for the boat.
He's ready for what?
He's ready to be on the boat. So you get me out of this barrel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't say he would be in the boat. I just said once the boat is built, he will have a place. Yeah. So yeah, I actually need a little bit of your boating expertise here. So let's... Oh. You good? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want...
Got knees of steel.
I want a boat. You say knees of steel.
Mm-hmm.
And feet of diamond. I want a boat here, and I know you've spent a good bit of time in the maritime environment, and you've been out on some shipments and some carriers and some big boats. I think you were actually at the entrance of the Suez whenever, what was that one ship called?
Yeah, the Ever Given. That's the one. The Evergreen, Ever Given.
Oh, the Evergreen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was actually at the entrance of the Suez when the Evergreen got stuck there a couple years back. I don't know if you guys even remember that.
Ever Given.
Oh, the Ever Given.
The Ever Given.
Oh.
Which is part of the Evergreen. Anyway, besides the point.
Oh, okay. But
Mm-hmm.
he's spent his time out at sea. So I want to build a ship here, and I want it to match up to all those shipping containers and carriers. Probably more closer to a shipping container. Obviously, I don't want it to be super modern. I want it to still feel like it fits in with the build here. But what would you say are some just kind of general characteristics of a ship? So I'm going to write some notes here. So provide some descriptions here. So like what's one thing?
Rust, first of all.
Okay.
You would expect rust.
So
Lots of
rust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, are you thinking like
keep in mind this will probably be a wooden ship, but I think I could. You might still expect some rust there.
barnacles?
Oh, that's actually a good point. Barnacles.
So if you're doing kind of a container ship, well, I know like modern day container ships, you have the house, which has like all the crew housing and stuff. Basically the space for the living people. That's all at the back of the ship for most container ships. And then it goes up high so that you can like look over the cargo and see. Because with container ships, if you're going to do some kind of containers on the deck, you want to pile the containers high, high to the sky. And so you need the house
high
to be tall enough
containers. Okay.
to look over.
And would you say that it's mostly for like a large percentage of the ship is containers and for like the like for shipments?
Yeah, like let's say if a typical container ship is 200 or 300 meters long, so if it's 300 meters, that'd be like 900 feet, very roughly. Maybe like 50 of those meters would be for like the crew housing, and then the rest is all just containers. But again, this is for like modern day ships.
Lots of storage room, you would say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna say.
And then of course you gotta have like the anchor, and then you have to have
okay,
like mooring. So like if you want it tied up to the dock, you have to have a spot on the stern and on the bow for the lines to connect to the dock. You could probably do something with leads, maybe like something fancy with leads. Flimsy. I don't know, how big are you gonna make it? Like from
it'll be a pretty
to the dock,
pretty good size boat. So let me do a run through of what I got. So we're gonna want some rust on this wooden ship. We're gonna want
barnacles.
some barnacles as well, some rust and barnacles. The housing is always in the back. We got high containers, so lots of storage, and the containers are just stacked on top of each other. Lots of storage room. That's, you said, about 50 foot of the 900 feet. So, I mean, like, what does that end up being? Like 5%, under 5%, or a little above 5% of the whole length of the ship is housing. We got to have an anchor and then mooring which I think is where you're putting the ropes onto the deck here on the dock.
Yeah, so just mooring is just connecting the ship to the dock.
Okay, so
Make sure it doesn't.
I think we got some
Go
good blueprints here. So I'm gonna, before we start any big projects such as a ship like this, we always want to get the blueprints ready. Let's so ship blueprints. I don't know if that's two words or if it's supposed to be one word, blueprint, but I'm gonna do two. Okay. Oh. Okay, so now we have the ship blueprint right here. So yeah, thank you for your ship wisdom. But that's
And
kind of all I needed from you.
you
right
have to
now.
have Thursday night pizza nights. It's essential.
Thursday.
It's an essential
I
part of ship life.
already signed the book.
Oh, you already signed. Well, we'll know.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll make sure to put a sign in the housing. Okay.
And you have to make a pizza song.
A
There
pizza
has to be
song.
a pizza song whenever it's pizza night. Yeah.
Okay,
and
let
then you
me
have to-
let me write this down. I gotta Thursday night. Thursday night is pizza night. Needs a song. Okay.
Like cheese and pepperoni pizza make the crew go loco. They come into the galley, get their pleasure from the dodo,
Okay.
or something like that.
Yeah. We'll work on that. But I'm gonna show you around some of the rest of the builds. And then now we have a bridge going from my little island to the mainland where you are. So
Oh.
I'm thinking horses might not be a bad idea because I don't foresee elytras in the near future.
What about camels? You love
Camels
camels.
are terrible.
Well, that's not very nice. It's all the pressure plates.
Oh, it just kind of adds
Like-
texture
like-
to the bridge. It makes it fun and interactive to walk
Very-
across the bridge.
Very, very clicky, very clacky.
It's clickbait.
Oh,
Oh, I needed to update. Oh, I think it updated. Yeah. Because that last tree wasn't there yet, but now it is. Okay. Oh, the dock's there too now. That means this one also has a dock. Nice. It's coming along. I got one of my villagers, actually a lot of my villagers got killed by zombies. And the mending one did, and when I healed him, now the mending is 1 emerald. So I have tons of mending down here.
They get zombified on purpose, or
No, on accident. But when life gives you lemons,
you exploit them for monetary and exploit them for your own gain.
but yeah, this is all that I have so far. Yeah, that's it.
Very nice. Just a little bit more than I have.
Hey, no pressure, man. You take your time, you know. Just
Mhm.
know that if this area gets very developed and industrialized, that I can't hold back my villagers from manifest destiny over in your jungle.
Making their way over. Making their way. Very nice.
But yeah, that's it. so I got Ashton back on the server. Are you okay? Keep your head down. I want the boat to be a surprise. So I got this fishing rod. So keep your head down and follow me. I turn this way. So just look this way. Yeah. A little faster.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first time that my viewers are also seeing the boat. So actually, go ahead and grab this book from the podium here. Don't look behind you, but grab that book. Okay, and then now come on over here. Okay, you can look up now. This yeah, no boat there. You gotta look the other way.
Where is it? It's supposed to be right here. Okay. Yeah.
Let me know.
3, 2.
How do you like the boat?
It's very modern. It definitely looks like a modern day ship.
Oh, so you're thinking that this looks like a modern ship, which I guess I could see it. But hold up, stay right there. Let me maybe help you out here. So look at this boat from the side here, and look at the ship.
Yeah. Very similar looking.
So
Very similar.
do you want to read off the qualifications that you put on the ship?
Mm-hmm. So number 1 is rust. I definitely see some rust.
Yeah. So
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm. Yeah. Number 2 is barnacles. Oh,
You like that?
barnacles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Number 3, housing and back. Is there a bed in there?
I
Am I
mean,
allowed on the show? Am I allowed
yeah,
on the boat?
you can. You're permission aboard. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Are you good? Oh,
Okay. Oh, also, what's with the little what's with that?
do you not
Oh,
see?
oh.
Dude, you got to move this
I
boat
see.
somehow.
Yeah, sure. With one little shovel.
Let's. Yeah, here's some mooring, right? You can.
Oh, some bollards.
Yeah, it looks a little. I've never seen them float above the dock like this, though. Okay, but what's continue off the list? Oh, you said you wanted some beds in this housing, right? Okay.
Well, it's not housing if you can't sleep.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Here you go.
Okay.
There's some bunk beds.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Housing, check. What's up here? Oh. A wheel. Nice. You need some.
And I think per the 4th or 5th requirement, the housing had to go above the containers, right?
It is above the containers. Very nice. Although, it'd be hard to see any little fishing boats. But no, that's fine in real life. We don't really care about fishing boats either.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Okay, so rust, check. Barnacles, check. Barnacles. Housing and back, check. High containers. Oh, okay, let's go out on the deck. Let's check this out. And then lots of storage room. Check.
And there's a giant there's a giant chest behind us too. You know that.
Oh yeah. True. 6 is anchor. Where's our anchor at? Well, typically anchors go on the front of the boat, but I'll allow it this time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And then number 7, mooring? Question mark? Yes.
Yeah, I
So
wasn't
it's like
sure what
question mark,
that
question mark,
was,
question mark.
but here they are. I think this satisfies.
So these are called, if you were curious, these are bollards. That's what you bits and bollards are what you
Bits
connect a rope.
and bollards.
Yeah, bits and bollards. That's the official
I feel like
terminology
that's
for
something you say when you're upset, like, oh, bollards.
bollards, bits and bollards.
Yeah.
Bits and bollards and bollards and bits. Yeah, and so normally, you have like a mooring station on the back with
Oh,
all your big fat rope.
okay.
And you connect the big fat rope to your bits and your bollards.
Yeah, it's just hard with, you can't really do anything with like leads unless you have some kind of animal setup. Oh, in case you're curious, there is another paddle on the other side of the boat too.
Okay,
I made
was.
sure.
Okay, good. Well, nice.
And then I think there were a couple other requirements, right? Right?
Rust, barnacles, housing and back, high containers, lots of storage. Oh, and then the pizza song.
Well,
Thursday night pizza.
well, I don't know if you are aware of what day it is.
It is Thursday.
Yes. So for the viewers, it actually is Thursday today. So I wanted to make sure to get this done so Ashton could come inspect it on the day of pizza night.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to come see if it is in fact up to par? And I think you were supplying the song, right?
Yeah, I can. Oh, these are.
I mean, they're not great.
Pizzas.
It's the best I got.
Moldy pizza, that also checks out. Very realistic. All right.
I had a fire charge that I was using that made it look like a burnt up pizza, but I accidentally used the fire charge on the wood. So, that.
All right. So, take a seat. And now that it's pizza night, I'll sing you the pizza song. Ready?
Oh yeah.
Listen up, y'all, 'cause this is it. The pizza that we're making is delicious. Cheese and pepperoni pizza make the crew go loco. Come and grab a slice, you'll get your pleasure from the dodo. You can see 'em, you can eat 'em. It is easy, they are cheesy. Find a reason to come eat 'em. You can even add some seasoning, so delicious. It's hot, hot, so delicious. There's even wings like lots and lots. Wait, are there wings? Yeah, close enough. It's hot, hot. You want a taste of what they got. It's so delicious. Tasty, tasty.
So I think we met all the requirements, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Alright. This has the postcard stamp of approval. You can now sail on international waters.
okay. I have one more thing. So this is not actually the boat that I'm going to keep on this server. I want like a more ancient kind of sailboat looking deal. I'm still going to keep all the checklists that you have, but I'm going to apply it to like what you think of as an aesthetically pleasing boat. So this has got to go.
This also checks out with boat practices because you have the thing where whenever you christen a new boat, you break a bottle of champagne on it.
Oh, so
do the
just
same thing, right?
burning it down. Yeah.
Close enough.
Okay, so we'll let this sit for a while, and then we'll come back to this, guys, and we'll resume the boat project when this is gone. Okay, guys, the boat is finally gone. It did have the Coast Guard's stamp of approval per Ashton's statement, but it's not what we're going for. That was just for jokes. So, yeah, I built a giant boat just for. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to build an actual boat now, an actual sailboat. And it's going to be kind of more of the, I don't know, what you'd think of like as, 1600 style sailboats. So I'm not going to do a time lapse of that. I've done a good bit of time lapses, and this episode's getting pretty long. So I'm going to try to do the little like spinny transition, when they like jump up and they spin and then like boom, it's right there. So I'm going to try that. So let's see how this goes. And we are back, guys. I hope that transition comes out nicely. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Don't mind the dirt. Hope that transition comes out nicely. And I realized after the fact that I'm like right in front of the ship. So probably not the best place to do it. I should have probably done that over here so you could get the full scale. Let me get on this boat though, because it's a lot. It's a lot. This has taken me so long. Just gathering the wood to make this ship. It's actually taking me like weeks to do, like a couple weeks. But look at this, guys. And so this is all freehand. This is all freehand. I've just been looking at pictures of some really old wooden sailboats. And there's still a few of them. Most pictures that I looked up, if you put in just a sailboat, it'll do very modern, one of those small sailboats, but nothing like of this grand scale. But I found a couple, and I really like how this turned out. You can see where the wind is catching the sails in the sailboat. And so I'm really pleased how this came along, and you can see where the corners of the sails are. I wanted to make it a real emphasis that this is the connection points and that you can see the wind just tugging away right at these corner pieces, especially at these lower ones. And I also saw a lot of sailboats. They had these angle sails kind of towards the front. So I put an angle sail here, and I really like how it turned out. It adds some depth in terms of the sail shapes. It's not all one-dimensional in the same rectangular shapes that's curving in. You also have this diagonal sail here. And we have 3 masts. So we have a tall main one here with a big one and then a small one at the top. And then we have this middle one here that has two medium-sized sails. And then we also have this mast here that's a smaller one, and it just has this angle piece. And I would have liked to get 2 angle pieces. And so typically what you'll see is you'll have one large one that goes from the top down, and then you'll have a smaller one that's like in the middle, and then it'll go down as well. But I think with the size that we're working with, it would have been hard to get 2 without making it feel super cluttered. And so I just went with 1, and I think that gets the job done. And then we have our copper here as well. So we kept that. We kept the barnacles using these little corals. I'm not going to have Ashton come rate this boat yet because it's not 100% complete. I've got the majority of the build done in terms of the shape, in terms of the texturing. I still want to add a little bit more details to the edge here, but it was originally just wooden planks, and that looked very boring when it's just all wooden planks. So I went and I got this jungle wood and I stripped it, and as you can imagine, using whole jungle wood blocks for this, that took a while. I've been mining so many jungle trees from over there. That's my little mining area up on top of the hill. So really pleased with how this turned out. I don't have an anchor yet. That is something that I need to add. But here we go. We can get on the ship here, and we will talk about this in a bit. But we have our I don't know the boating terms, but we have kind of a slight increase here. So you get some distinction in the shape. It's not all one flat ship. It gets a little taller right here, and there's nothing going on. The reason I have this here is because, as you can tell, I have a mud generator on the boat, and I needed half a block more to be able to fit the mud generator in here. So I went ahead and I just put a slab here so I could go half a block taller for that water stream, and it ends up not looking that bad. Like, I could honestly do something like this and just kind of texture the top. It doesn't look that bad. And I put this, there's nothing under here. I solely put that there so it's not like like that would look weird. So I put this here, but this is the only one that has a practical purpose. And then we have the fences here. So these are like the giant ropes that are holding the sails back. And yeah, it looks really nice just walking under it as well. And I did put, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. I put white carpets on top of all of these cells, so it is mob proof. This is the last cell that I put up, these 2 right here. As of recording, they may not have the white carpet on them yet, but they will. I plan on doing that very soon. But I just want to get this episode done, so I'm showing you guys all the work. And then let's actually go up here. So this is the main mast. So I'm going to go up the ladder here, and I'll get rid of the dirt. I should have done that before recording, but oh well. And so we have kind of this level here, and then every cell has these ropes. So I want it to be consistent. You see this here. Even these secondary taller cells, they have the ropes that are supporting them. And then right here, we have a copper rod, because I actually had a lightning strike. I think it was the dock. I want to say it was the dock, some of the wood of the dock. And after burning the other ship down and seeing how fast the fire spread, I definitely want a copper rod to make sure if any lightning storm comes, this whole thing is just extremely flammable. So I don't want a thunderstorm to take this out. But as you can see, this mast is slightly taller than this one. And I really like the proportions. They're not like, this isn't overpowering this guy. These guys don't seem too small compared to these cells. And then there's also just enough spacing to where it doesn't seem too cluttered. There's a 1 block gap here, which is kind of pushing it, but it curves in so quick that you don't really notice the 1 block gap. When you're out and away, you really can't notice, especially if you rewind the video to when we were on the boat. You can see that it's pretty close, but it doesn't look like it's about to hit this or anything. It doesn't look too cluttered, is essentially what I'm saying. And I'm really pleased how it turned out. I was able to utilize all the 3-dimensional space as best as possible, and very, very pleased with it. And if you would notice, I also have a fence here. So I want to talk about the mud machine a little bit. So there is practical purpose to this ship, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I have been saying for so many episodes that this cobblestone path would eventually be a mud and dirt path, probably coarse dirt, but not cobblestone. That's just a placeholder. And so we finally have the mud machine complete. So just keep in mind that we have a fence here with an observer. I'm going to explain the mud machine in a bit. Actually, let me do that now. But keep in mind that there is a fence with a observer right there. So this is going to be the housing. Again, it's incomplete, but all those chests over there, I plan on moving into here. All the chests that's in front of the granary, I plan on moving into there. Then we have this automatic sheep farm. I will talk about that in a bit. I'm first going to start by showing you guys this mud machine. And so we'll start right, and look at this little, I like how it feels. It feels like you're actually in a ship, and that it's kind of compact and compressed. And I will build more walls. I don't like how it's so open. I want it to feel very compact. But you walk down here, and then this is where you place the mud. And so you place the dirt here. I'm not going to actually place it yet. So you place the dirt here. This torch will power the dirt block, which will power this redstone. This redstone sends a signal to this target block, which powers this piston. So when I place it here, this piston gets pushed because of the target block. Because this powers the dirt block, this powers this powers that, this powers the piston. It also powers this dispenser here. And so this is just a standard mud machine system. So as soon as you place this, it pushes it, and it puts the water bottle on the dirt block immediately. And so when this puts a water bottle on the mud block, or in the dirt block, and makes it mud, it turns into a glass bottle in here. So this will immediately become a glass bottle. So the hopper picks up the glass bottle. All the other slots are cobblestone, so it picks up the glass bottle. It puts it inside of this dispenser right here. And so you have to fill up this glass bottle completely, or you have to fill up this dispenser with glass bottles completely, or else this cobblestone will start filling up this. And so this dispenser, once it shoots the water bottle into here, it refills it in this at the same time that it shoots it into here. And then there's a hopper. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a hopper right here. So when the bottle goes up the stream, it'll go back into the hopper. And that hopper has the water bottles that go into the dispenser that makes the mud block. So this is, I don't know if you can see it. So there's a dispenser here. This hopper is touching the dispenser. Okay, so that is step one. And so you might be wondering, how are we powering this dispenser here? Well, we have an observer right here. So this observes when that redstone block above it, or the redstone powder above it, gets powered, and that's what's powering the target block and powering the piston. When that gets powered, it sends a single tick down here, and this loops around and powers the dispenser here that shoots the glass bottles back up to the stream. So that is how it makes the mud and pushes it to the side. Once this row gets completely filled, so if I fill this up here, and so once a block gets placed here, it'll update this fence. The observer sees that the fence was updated, and it powers all of these target blocks, which then power all those pistons. So I place this, updates the fence, observer notices it, pushes all the blocks in. So we go from a single block and we create a line here. So once we have a full 5 long line, we push that line. So then we have, let me actually go all the way up to so I'm going to just remove this just so we can see what's going on here. Okay, so we have this line here, and we have one line that gets pushed here, and then pushed here, then pushed here, then pushed here, then pushed here. And once this line gets filled, it'll update this fence and push all these blocks up one. So then it updates this observer, and then I actually can't, I can't fit down here. Be right back. So that observer up there is right here. So this is looking at that fence. It hits this observer. This observer then powers this redstone, which powers all of these redstones to send a signal to these observers. And then these observers tell the pistons to push up. So a simple mud machine. It's not, I mean, mud machines are never original. So many people have made them. But I tried my best to not look at any videos. The only thing that I did end up taking from somebody else was the concept of, I'll show you guys. The only thing that I took from somebody else was the concept of this right here, where you have a dispenser here, a piston here, and as soon as you place the block, it pushes the piston and powers the dispenser. Because what I was doing was I was trying to have the dispenser, so say I had a dispenser right here, or right here. As soon as I placed the block, I wanted the dispenser to turn the block right here into mud and then push it. But I saw a video that did this setup. It didn't use the target block, so I had to customize it a little bit, but I'll link his video in my description. Just to give him credit for this concept. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is the mud machine, so we can now finally make mass quantities of mud. The only downside is I can't hold down the button. I have to manually click, because if I hold down the button to drop dirt, it goes too fast and the pistons right here will glitch out. So I have to manually just click, but it's still so much faster than getting water bottles and manually making the mud. So this is a game changer for me. I'm super pleased to have this. And then we have our automatic sheep farm, and this is very basic. So we have an observer under every dispenser, and every dispenser is pointing towards a sheep. So if this dispenser is pointing to this sheep, there's an observer under the dispenser that is looking at the grass block under this sheep. When the observer sees that it went from grass to dirt, it powers the block behind it, which powers the redstone, and then consequently powers this dispenser, which shears the sheep. Very, very simple. It's your standard automatic sheep farm. And we have back here an automatic wool picker upper, but it just cycles through and then it comes this way. Whenever there is wool in the minecart, it'll stop right here for a second. And if there's anything in this hopper, there's a comparator that checks to see if there's anything in the hopper. It will turn off this, see right here? It'll turn this off, which will then turn off this powered rail. So essentially what happens is if there are items in the hopper sits here and unloads all the items before it goes back in. And this was actually a really old ZF video that had this hopper minecart loader, and it was like from 11 years ago. And I know it's super old, and so many of you know how to make minecart hopper unloaders, or maybe you don't. But I'm gonna go ahead and link his video in the subscription, because I hate making it seem like I'm coming up with stuff on my own. So I really want to give credit where credit is due, even though it's 11 years ago and so many people know how to make that. So this is all that I have on this bottom floor, and I want it to be kind of like maybe simple redstonery, simple redstonery. And I might have some like, I don't know. I don't know what else I'm going to have in here, but I want it to feel more compact. I want it to feel like small hallways. So we'll work on that. And then we also have this very bottom level here, and I have plans for this. I'm not going to tell you all of my secrets, but I do have something planned for this. And our Gary, our axolotl that's in the bucket, he may have something to do with this bottom floor. So we will see. But that's going to be it for this episode. I'm sorry that it took so long. I've just had so much going on with real life stuff, and, have priorities other than Minecraft. So I hope that y'all enjoy this. I hope that I'm not just wasting my time and making all these videos. But very pleased with this ship. It's probably my most favorite thing on the server so far. And I said that about the watchtower before, and then I said that about the walls of this platform before that. So I'm kind of pleased that I keep doing things that I like. It's making this server a little more enjoyable. Yeah, Ashton's not going to inspect the boat this episode. We'll finish it and we'll get him to inspect it next episode. But that's going to be it for me, guys. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Okay, can you actually help me put it out so I don't lose all this wood?
Oh.
Okay, it might be too late.
You wanted
It might actually be too late.
Oh! I'm still on the boat. I'm sorry, Darren. Oh my stuff's burning.
This actually burned way quicker than what I thought. I was like this took so much time to collect all this wood, and
Oh,
I think
maybe you should have.
yeah, I'm gonna destroy this whole thing and build an actual aesthetically pleasing boat. And yeah, do you mind? do you mind if I have the book back?
Oh, the book. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Oh no.
Do you remember about 3 minutes, maybe just a second ago, when I burned to death
Yeah.
and all my stuff dropped?
Oh, your shoes are less shiny, I've noticed.
Oh. Also, the book might have gone up in flames.
Oh. Well, you hate to see it.